Al-Kharafi Activity Center in Kuwait is the first center of its kind in the Middle East and Gulf region that is dedicated to the development and education of children with disabilities and special needs. Here is this special report by our correspondent Sarah Glubb.
The Al-Kharafi Activity Kids Center is the first center of its kind in the Gulf region and the Middle East, and it gives disabled children the opportunity to learn through play and fun within a safe and enjoyable environment.
Al-Kharafi Activity Kids Center was first established on February 2005. It was the idea of Madam Sabika Saad Al-Jasir, who's the founder of Al-Kharafi Center. She introduced this idea of having a play center introduced to the Gulf region that provides play activities within a safe environment for disabled children. The idea was actually taken in from the UK. Madam Sabika has actually introduced this valuable new mission to Kuwait through the Ministry of Social Affairs and with the support of the Al-Kharafi Community Foundation. The center was established in 2005. For 8 years now, it's been running. For the past, 3 years. 3 years ago, the center in 2010 was no longer supported by the Ministry of Social Affairs and Labor, and it runs by separately under the umbrella foundation of Senate Kuwaiti Foundation for Disabled Kids.
The center was developed to help children play with their peers whilst developing their physical, emotional, social, and verbal abilities, with a focus on training the children to deal with each other and communicate in a nurturing, non-discriminatory environment.
The age range is is what limits the children from entering here. Other than that, we have no limitations in terms of nationality or in terms of having children who are non-Kuwaitis and Kuwaiti differences, but the center requires the age range from 4 to 13 for boys and girls under the after-school program, and then we have the age range all the way up to 30 for the Habilitation Program for young women. We also take in schools that are registered that serve disabled children into a registration process where schools can actually visit the center and join us and be involved in the facility for a day. We're not an educational center. We're not a rehabilitative, medical institution. As you know, a child's regular development requires the child's capability to go through the play process in order to become social, to understand his abilities, to see if that child likes art or likes painting, for example, or he's social with the kids and loves singing. Play actually develops the child's development in terms of emotional, physical, and actually getting him involved into the society. In the middle region, unfortunately, in Kuwait, if we were to be, speaking about Kuwait, many parents misunderstand this concept. They take as much effort as they can and put it into trying to adjust the child's abilities in terms of having them to be involved in the community, trying to get them to fit into a school. They provide them with additional treatment sessions just to get them involved into or be part of the society.
The center offers several activities and services, including arts and crafts, physical exercise, theater and drama, life skills, computer and library, outdoor activities, and cooking. As for the Habilitation Programs, they include physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, the Makaton language program, white sensory room, dark sensory room, which encourage and stimulate positive behavior for individuals with severe sensory impairments, and the psychological services.
Play is a universal language, and we use play to actually get the kids to speak. As a teacher, I would use play to actually involve the child in my educational programs. You being a physical therapist, for example, I can get the kids to be involved in my treatment plan, but without them even knowing. As a parent, I can, adapt my child's behavior, try to get him to do certain activities at home or in outdoors along with his peers, but through that universal language.
Being the first center of its kind in the Middle East and Gulf region, the Al-Kharafi Activity Kids Center has a lot of responsibility to shoulder, but due to its community support, strong values, determination and efforts, it will no doubt continue down its selfless and successful path towards aiding and developing children with disabilities. From the Al-Kharafi Activity Kids Center, this is Sarah Glubb reporting for English News.